read this.
That's it, over here, everybody. Come on now.
Quiet, boys, quiet! Tim O'Brien has something to say.
You are now looking at the leaning tower of O'Brien. Drink hearty, lads, drink hearty. And there's more where that came from. But I have $100,000 in the Harrison Bank down the street. Drink up, that's the way.
So, don't that mean the bank's going broke?
Yeah, that's what it means, but the bank ain't going broke. They're doing this deliberate.
How come they want to break their own bank?
I don't know, some kind of shady deal.
I remember Paul saying that old man Harrison was as crooked as a dog's hind leg. As a matter of fact, I remember Paul saying the same thing about the old man.
If this telegram ever gets delivered, it'll bust this town wide open. If it gets delivered. I'm new in town.
Pretty face. What do you mean if it ever gets delivered?
I don't know if I'm delivered or not. Saw Tim O'Brien in a bucket of blood. Bank closes, he'll lose every cent he's got to his name.
I heard Paul tell him not to put a penny in that Harrison Bank.
Hey, you know Tim. He's so contrary, whatever Pa told him to do, he'd do the opposite. Let's go in and talk to him.
Tim O'Brien! We Joseph horse cart right now.
Hey, Tim, we want to talk to you.
Today Tim O'Brien is a drinker, not a talker. Irish whiskey to wet our whistles.
Sergeant, we'll give the boys a couple of bottles.
2 bottles. Hey, look, Tim, we want to...
Now, where's your dam? Ben Cartwright, me old friend.
Well, he's gone, Tim. Now, here's...
Gone? Ben? Gone? My bosom friend, Ben Cartwright. Now you tell me that he's gone.
He just rode over to Cedar Creek, Tim.
Cedar Creek? Oh, for a minute I thought you meant something more permanent. Now that he's back amongst the living, me spirit roars for another drink.
Right away. Joe, we're wasting our time. Come on, Tim, let's go sit down.
Irish whiskey, the nectar of the gods, consumed by gentlemen in all the civilized capitals of the world.
Tim, you got any money in the Harrison Branch Bank?
Have I got money in the Harrison Bank? Have I got money in the Harrison Bank? I don't think you lads realize that it's Tim O'Brien you're talking to. Here, have a look at that. That's my bank book.
$98,649.
And 82 cents.
Yeah, and 82 cents.
Tim? Tim, see, Hoss and I were thinking it might be a good idea for you to take your money out of the Harrison Branch Bank and put it into another bank.
Why?
No special reason, Tim. Just thought it'd be a good idea.
Take my money out of one bank and put it into another? Sure, that don't make sense at all. Have you boys been drinking? Well, if you haven't, you should be. Here, do justice to that. But my back is turned.
Ain't no use in talking to him, Joe. He's so drunk he can't hit the floor with his hat.
Yeah.
Sure wish Pa was here. He'd know what to do.
Yeah, well, Pa ain't here, so it's up to us to do some thinking. Let's go on over to the bank, pussyfoot around, ask some questions.
What sort of question?
Now, what kind of questions have to ask me? What kind of questions? Questions.
Here, Tim.
The idea of me taking me business away from a nice old man like Mr. Harrison.
Out of 3 branches, they picked this one to break. That proves it's crooked. If it wasn't, the whole bank would go busted, not just one branch.
God burn it, Joe. How do they get away with it?
A crook like John J. Harrison gets away with it all the time. Listen, you keep a lookout out here. I'm going to talk to Mr. Huggins.
Hey, keep a lookout for what?
Would you just keep a lookout?
Finch, that young Cartwright boy must think we're running a general store. He actually wants me to take all the money out of the safe so he can see it.
Well, Mr. Huggins, you're the manager. I'm just your assistant. But if I were you, I'd humor the boy.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Who knows? Maybe Ben Cartwright sent the boy here to check on our financial structure.
You may be right. Very well, Mr. Finch. Get everything out of the safe and bring it into the office.
Yes, sir. $60,000 in cash and our securities.
Now, let me get this straight. You said you had deposits totaling $150,000.
Yes, in that neighborhood.
Well, you only have $60,000 here.
Well, I can see you don't know much about banks. Those bonds can be cashed at any Harrison bank on demand for $100,000.
Well, then, gentlemen, I suggest you cash them before your depositors read this and want to withdraw their money.
Close the bank? But that would mean I'd have to go back.
What?
Oh, nothing. I was just...
All right, here's what we'll do. You cash the bonds, let the depositors draw out their money, then I'll deliver the telegram.
Are you trying to tell me how to run this bank?
No, but do you want to ruin a bunch of innocent depositors?
Oh, no, of course not.
All right, me and my brother will ride to Placerville to the Harrison branch. We'll cash the bonds, bring the money back here to Virginia City.
You want me to turn these bonds over to you and your brother? Do you think I'm out of my mind?
Mr. Huggins, come here. Gentlemen, I am trying to be reasonable.
Joe, what are you doing?
Oh, robbing the bank. Well, come on, we're in this together.
Bread and butter.
Come to supper.
Hey, everything satisfactory, fellas? The bank's been robbed. Sheriff, Mr. Huggins and Mr. Finch.